Bill Cosby has been arrested for 3 to 10 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Welcome back to Latetube. We took a 3-week break when I was in Europe, but I'm back and the news hasn't stopped. So let's get into the tea, huh? A Florida man was arrested for stripping naked in a Chick-Fil-A parking lot because not even Chickie is safe from Florida. Chick-Fil-A, 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 a place for Chickie, a place to get lost in the sauce, and in Florida, a place for unarmed physical combat. It turns out that the Chickie experience was missing naked men challenging you to duels. But thanks to the secret sauce that is Florida, we finally understand it. Corey Hatzel was arrested after stripping and threatening pedestrians. He was charged with disorderly conduct and resisting. He wasn't charged for public intoxication, which means that he was sober when he was doing this. He just sort of whipped out his meat and let it go with the wind. Remember, kids, it's possible to commit crimes while not under the influence. Never let that hold you back. He was challenging cars. That is a losing battle right off the bat. And it just goes to show that Chick-fil-A just exerts big dick energy into the airwaves, and this guy clearly absorbed it. Unfortunately, his Monday morning was ruined when a couple of snitches called the police on him. Chickie, it used to stand for something. It used to be the type of place that anything could happen. Now you can't even whip out your dick in there. After stripping to his necessities, he called a guy gay for looking at his pee-pee. He was hoping it was one of the chickies that throw people out for that kind of thing, which might have worked if he wasn't the guy telling the guy to look at his pee-pee in the first place. He told a lot of things to look at his pee-pee, primarily cars and people, but it just goes to show you that he does in fact have humongous pee-pee energy. The hugest of dong. At the end, Corey will go to jail for a crime that he did commit, but a crime that he shouldn't be arrested for. When I look at Corey Hatzel, I see the American dream. He's what we try to be, a man for the people, by the people. Don't give me stories about people overseas shooting other people. Just give me the stories about the gladiators of Chickie. He might be a little bit homophobic, but let's not let that distract us from his message. Let's not use this shortcoming to deflect all the good he's done. A message so profound and so universal that we're giving him 3 noodle stars. Congratulations, Corey. This is it, Chief. You done it. You done good. Sexy Bowser is a new hot art trend, and it's gonna be a yes from me. Gender bend Fuck, this is gonna be hard. For most of us, gender bend Bowser was nothing more than a far-off nightmare. But as usual, Twitter and DeviantArt have brought our greatest nightmares to life. Pictures of Bowsete's thick goth girlfriend body crawled out from hell onto the trending tab in Japan. While the rest of us were recoiling in terror, Japan was kind of just like, I fucks with it. Luckily, Bowsete had international appeal, and now we all have to deal with it. How do we deal with the fact that some of us would smash Bowser now? Everyone was asking for big titty goth girlfriends a couple months ago, and now that we get it, this is gonna be the best chance that we get for most of us. Now that we get it, people are flaking. They're like, oh, I don't want big titty Bowser. Well, that's what you get. That's what we all get. There aren't enough goth GFs to go around. But Bowsete is for all of us. This has been going on in the underground for a couple years now, so the rest of us, we just kind of got to appreciate all the hard work that went into it. Otherwise, we're kind of being fucked up. It's a beggars can't be choosers type situation. At least try it out. It's not all bad. Bowsete most likely will be here to stay for a while because there's a surprising and disturbing amount of it already out there. In the long term, it may very well save us, but in the short term, people always hate what they can't understand. There will be riots. People will die in the name of Bowsete, but you know what? It's a cause worth dying for. If I could die for big titty goth Bowsete, then I've died for the right reasons instead of the wrong ones. So that's And that's where I'm going to leave that one off. Bill Cosby is in prison now, leaving many people to ask, what took so long? He had 35 accusers that he was able to keep from putting him in jail for 3 years. He almost had an accuser for every month that he was in trial, and they still managed to take 3 years to get him. Which would be impressive if Harvey Weinstein didn't have twice that with no court convictions. Cosby's lawyer said that this was the most racist course in American history, because apparently lawyers aren't brushed up with Plessy v. Ferguson. There's a lot of racist U.S. court cases, but a lot of them don't have 35 sexual assault accusers. Okay, I'm good. I'm back. We're using that take. That's how I want it. I want everybody to see that I'm struggling through this. 35 is a substantial number for any of you not aware when it comes to sexual assault. Anyways, regardless of racism or sexism, there's one fact that remains, and that's that Bill Cosby is going to make everybody in prison his bitch. No one is going to step up to Bill Cosby in prison. He will be arranging hits and shankings nonstop in an orange. He will be arranging hits, getting people killed in an orange sweater on the daily. Anyways, that's all the news we have for today. I'm Will Fahey, and that's the T. Shit, no. Anyways, that's all the news we have today. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Will Fahey, and that's the T.